back in November. But let me tell y'all a quick story about how we almost didn't make it to 2025. So it was New Year's Eve 2024, and we had decided to attend our church's early New Year's Eve service because, you know, he told me he had to go to the office to work. So I'm like, okay, sure, whatever, like that's an option. But when the time came for him to leave me and go to the office, I'm like so sick. Like I was upset because, you know, New Year's Eve is one of my favorite holidays. I love bringing it in with my family and friends. And of course he invited me to the office, but no offense, I didn't know y'all then. I didn't want to come. To make matters even worse, he FaceTimes me during the countdown, y'all. And all you can hear in the background is Chris like, here, Jared, take this glass of champagne. So I'm at home on the couch, in the dark, soaking, and y'all over here popping bottles. Like, what kind of work is this? But best believe I was in there this New Year's Eve. We were working, and Chris and Messina were still passing out glasses of champagne. Thank you. This time a year ago, Jared invited me to come to Vegas for a work conference. Y'all, he downplayed it so well. I was expecting a little room, you know, tan, everything's bright. When I walk in, it's super dark. People are chanting. I'm like, what is this? This is like a cult. Like, what's going on here? However, it was during this time, doing those 3, 5-minute, 10-minute speakers, you know, hearing from military and nursing professionals, which is my background, you know, speak with so much conviction and purpose. I'm like, okay, like, what is this? Like, I'm more interested now. You know, how can I best support him? So I came back, I got my license, I'm finding my own lane. But more than that, I stay connected because I've never experienced this type of coaching, mentorship, and personal investment in a professional environment before. So thank you, Chris and Messina, for that. And I look forward to going into business full-time with my husband one day.
Give it up for my wife, man. Isn't she amazing? First and foremost, I want to thank God for allowing me to be here on this stage with my wife, Lord. Please allow me to be a vessel to someone in this room. Thank you for Matt and Sheena for putting on a phenomenal event this week. Thank you for Chris and Messina for allowing me into SOS. I told you from day one, the gratitude is immense. Will definitely make that decision worthwhile. I remember I got started in PhD. I'm originally from Atlanta, from Stone Mountain, Georgia, and I get started, running my own office in Atlanta, and things happen. I end up coming to SOS, have a conversation with Chris Hardy's like, hey, I believe you should move to Maryland. And so I ended up moving to Maryland, and when I moved to Maryland, I had a lot of goals, a lot of dreams, a lot of visions, many times like many of you guys here in this room, but I realized I had to get clear on alignment. I stopped asking myself, what's required, and started asking myself, who did I need to become to actually earn it? Because many of you guys in this room, you're hearing folks be successful, reach their goals, reach their dreams. But you got to understand, you got to work in the dark to be on this stage. And so I realized I had to become obsessed with personal development. I had to start reading more books. I had to start taking accountability, mentorship. Because we know here in SOS, before you increase your income, you have to increase your identity. And so I began to work when it wasn't necessarily convenient and asked myself really hard questions. And one of the most hardest questions I asked myself is, Jared, are you occasionally motivated or are you consistently inspired? And so you can be intentional all you want, but if you don't execute, guys, you don't have a business. And so I had to realize that this is something that's really important for me. God responds to the man. God responds to the woman that refuses to be denied. You see, I wasn't the first to many things. I wasn't the fastest to many things, but I never quit. I refused to be denied because that commitment, that vision, that dream of controlling your destiny, that's yours. You got to hold on to it tight. God gave it to you. He didn't give it to anybody else. He gave it to you for a reason, but it's going to require faith. It's going to require to stand through disappointment, stand through challenges, overcome obstacles, face doubt, endure lonely seasons, because there's nothing that can truly resist a person with that level of commitment. And so I'm blessed for what we did in 2025. It was a phenomenal year. I was able to receive my 100K ring, promoted a marketing director. Give it up for Eric Cowley. But I'm even more excited for what we're going to do in 2026. I'm excited for the next MD, Brian Green, Lily Biyama, Nonko, and EJ Akbo. And I want to leave you guys with this. Matthew 9 said, when he said to the disciples, the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. I want everybody to leave here in 2026, make a decision that you will be one of the few.
All right.